All hail the mighty Pinbot. Good evening, friends. How are you doing? Welcome to Wednesday Night Pinball. This is now a pinball stream. Every week we're playing a different pinball game on the NES. At least that's how it seems these days. We do have 3 other pinball games for the NES that we can play after tonight, but I don't own them yet. So we will have to wait. And there's a Famicom one that actually did manage to get working on my EverDrive, even though it looked like it wasn't going to work. Moonball Magic. Seemed kind of fun. Hello, DJ Rudin. You've been digging the pinballs. You know, I've been digging the pinballs as well, and I think I will be picking up, what is it? High score, whatever. I can't remember the name of the other pinball game. There's Rollerball. Rockin' Ball, and Highball, I guess, something like that. I might pick that one up too, which I think is another rare game like tonight's. So, hi Adam. I have also been getting over a cold and also trying to make a little editing money, so we have that in common. I hope you're recovering pretty well, doing okay. I have not been able to kick this cold completely. It's one of the reasons why I haven't been streaming as often as I normally would like to. I've been more tired and then not wanting to put my throat through too much extra stress. Feeling a lot better today than the last couple of days. Good. I think mostly I am too, but towards the end of the night, my throat starts bothering me more. So, and hello, John Early. Welcome. Yeah, so here we go. I have seen a little bit of the title scene from this, and you guys need to be ready for this. If you haven't seen Pinbot before, I think we're in for something special. I think we're in for something special tonight. Hate when your throat wakes me up. Yeah. All right, so I'm going to start this, and we'll watch the title scenes together and marvel at what we're about to witness. The Pinbot. Hey, Generese. Welcome. Thank you for sneaking in. You could watch me while you eat dinner if you wanted to. I know Omega Ace sometimes does that. But I'm glad to have you for as long as we can. In that case, I need to get this started so Jen can see this. The music also sounds pretty cool. Patent pending. I wonder how that went. Do I have to actually hit a button to get it to progress? I might. 1988. No, there it goes. Look at that. Right? What is going on there? What is happening here? I'm sorry. I am not responsible for that at all. But I saw that tonight when I was making my thumbnail for the stream, and my jaw practically dropped. I was in a Friendly's having dinner with my son, and I was a little bit nervous. The game also seems to have built-in scan lines, which is interesting. That was pretty much the reaction I was expecting from you guys. I was stunned. I was stunned for sure. That is not on the cover of the NES game on the box. The box does show a pinball robot, who I assume is Pinbot, who is watching us and judging and challenging us like that. So So I don't know a lot about this. I know Pinbot is an actual arcade pinball machine, an actual physical machine, and this is a recreation of it. And from what I've heard, it's actually a pretty good recreation of it. So and it's got, it's done by Rare. So I'm looking forward to this. I'm very curious about it. And I'll do my opening monologue. Hi, I'm Eugene Myers, EC Myers Vids. Every Wednesday night, I play a different NES game. From my growing collection, I just bought a few more games last night. I'm trying to buy some more from Video Game Sage, which is probably ill-advised. Like, I don't know why I'm spending money on cartridges when I have, an EverDrive and plenty of other games to play and lots of other games in my collection. But I did limit myself to not the super expensive ones. So we'll see if I'll get some more games in pretty soon. Hey, Captain Algebra, welcome. You missed it, Captain Algebra. Have you played Pinbot before? I'm going to restart this so that you can see the title sequence and everyone else can enjoy it one more time. So let's just fire that up again. This is for you, Captain Algebra. I know you're a teacher and everything, so I hope this won't, offend you. Get ready. Get ready for this. Are you ready? Here we go. You wanted to see it again, DJ? I'll make you a screen capture of that if you like. No problem. I don't think she appears in the game. She looks happy. She doesn't look unhappy, but if she's a robot, I guess you can program her to look however you want, right? That's getting dark. Okay, so let's just get... It is pretty amazing. All right, let's just get started here. I looked at the manual for this. I'm actually kind of thrilled because unlike the other pinball games that I've played so far, pressing any direction on the directional pad, the D-pad, will activate the left flipper. Pressing the A button activates the right flipper. Pressing the B button activates the plunger, which is nice because most of the other pinball games I've played have used the A button for both the plunger and for the flipper. And then the select button is to tilt the table or rock the table to the left, and then the start button rocks it to the right, which I guess strategically is a good thing. Cannot fathom how that could be a practical design for a robot. Yeah, I don't know, man. All right. Player 1, ball 1. Man, look at this. Okay. Hopefully the sound and everything looks good to you guys. Let me know. All right, this is cool. And then, yep, okay. All right, yeah, let me know if you can't hear. The sound looks pretty low, actually, here. So even anything... Can you hear any game audio at all? It sounds pretty low to me. It seems pretty low to me. But I think it's just like this very low sound that's just consistent, so... Hey, Carter, right? All right, let's see if that does anything. Okay, it sounds definitely working, so... So this is kind of neat because it does the screen splits to keep the flippers on screen, even though the table is scrolling upwards, and that is really cool. Like, I really like. It's a little bit disorienting, but I really like that technique, and that can't have been easy to do on the NES. I don't see how it could possibly have been easy to do on the NES. So the physics feel okay. This ball doesn't seem to have as much weight as it did in even Pinball Quest, but which I do want to get back to playing some more of. But it seems pretty good. It feels a little floaty. I don't know. I've never played the physical table, so I have no idea how it's supposed to feel. Huh. Interesting. I mean, there are some interesting physics involved here. I did not hear what you said. You said something. Did you say blades of steel? I don't know what you said just now. Heavy barrel, right? I don't like that? Is that what you said? Okay. I'm going to leave it there for a second here. There's a lot of visual noise on this board. Can you can hear it though, right? Okay. Found a way to get homebrew and boot me on my Wii without a computer. What? Interesting. I've never modded my Wii. I've thought about it, but I haven't tried it yet. How you doing, Carter? Welcome. You played a pinball machine. I wasn't overly impressed, but there were newer and better pinballs at the same place. And you've played this. Have you played this version of it? Do you know how it compares? Adam's right. There's a lot of visual noise going on here. So I need to get it in that little... where that arrow is pointing, I guess. I think it looks nice. Like, it's obviously very busy. This looks more like a pinball table than any of the other NES versions that I've played so far, I think. I can't understand what he's saying. I have my volume down a little bit low. Whoa. Oh, okay. I don't seem to... the ball doesn't seem to be going down the between the flippers as often as it does in other games. Haha, he says, as it happens just then. But overall, like, it's not as annoying, I think. There's definitely some music playing. Yeah, again, let me know if the audio balance is okay. I don't know, I might need to put my headphones on or something because I don't understand what this guy's saying. Though that may not help, I suppose. Hopefully my cat won't decide to walk on my keyboard. Uh-oh. Nope. Okay. Can't do anything about that. Was that it? That's the game? I guess that's the game. Oh no, wait, ball 2. Okay. I like this effect. That effect's pretty neat. Hey Wes. I liked Pinball Quest a lot, actually. I wanna try to finish it. I think I can do it if I grind a lot and get like the power-ups to prevent the ball from going into the ow, 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 cat, come on now. Ow. You know, the sides and down the center and everything. That looks like an inverted Motorola logo down at the bottom there, doesn't it? Dan from Mile High Game Hunters had an actual pinball machine when he was a kid. He said this game's pretty accurate. Okay, cool. They're trying to accurately portray a real board that would explain the visual noise. That can't be an easy adaptation. No, I don't think so. High Roller, I think, is the other one, right? The other pinball game. I think I want to pick that one up too. I think it's similar to this in the way it's been adapted. Just drinking some tea for my throat. All right, I'm just going to continue. So this is ball 2 then, okay. I mean, it's kind of neat. I guess Pinbot is the board, right? The robot is the pinball board. I guess that makes sense. So he's not really playing pinball. He is the pinball. Or he is the game. Which is kind of like a bummer. Like, okay, I'm a robot, but like I'm a pinball machine. I can't do anything except, you know, people come and I guess press my buttons and hit me and stuff. Can't be a fun existence. That center lights, the colored cubes. Okay, I don't know how to do that. Kind of give me like a Knight Rider vibe, you know. I'm not allowed to have any pets in the building. My family's renting. It's against the landlord's rules. We sign contracts. Yeah, some places will let you have pets, but you have to pay like a pet fee. An exorbitant pet fee, and typically they add more to like your insurance or your security and whatnot, and probably a lot of the time you're not really going to get your security deposit back. I don't know what this guy's saying. I can turn the game audio up a little bit if you guys want. Let me know, because it's obviously low enough that it's not going to be disruptive. But it also might just be annoying. I don't know. But, you know, I live in a house, and now we can have pets, and, ooh, that was nice. And then, of course, now we have too many pets, so if we ever had to move to an apartment again, probably that would limit our options. Not that I think 2 cats and a dog are going to be happy in an apartment. Okay. So, like, my thing with pinball is I feel like it's, like, I don't, wow, I messed that one up. Don't really have a good sense of, like, strategy or anything like that, so I'm just kind of reacting a lot of the time. And, Uranus, excuse me? Is that the end? Wow, that's really kind of neat. Like, it's really well animated, for sure. All right. We have pet rent. Pets don't work. We don't have to pay child rent. Probably they'd get into trouble. I bet they'd love to institute a child rent if they could. But I'm sure the law... Oh, hey, we get to see her again. I guess she's smiling. I guess she's happy. Maybe Jen's right. So you can do 4 players. I guess that must be 4 players alternating. Okay, he's saying pinball circuits activated, right? I'm turning this up a little bit here. You know, do you guys know that, like, do you have remotes and they don't work unless you, like, hit them? So that happens with our remotes a lot, and I finally, like, just had to Google this. Like, why does that work? Because is there something broken in there? And it turns out that it's like the batteries, like, sort of lose their connection or something to the I'm explaining it poorly, but they basically it becomes like a layer of inactive, I don't know, electrons or something that get agitated when you hit the remote, and then it works. But you can also just, like, rotate the batteries and it's fine. So maybe I'll stop hitting my remotes now, but I always never could understand, like, why that worked. All right. And the problem is that a remote control is very low power and is used infrequently, and so there's not like a constant charge going through, which is why that layer kind of can form. I don't know. Google it. You'll get a better explanation. It sounds like weird, like mumbo jumbo when I try to explain it, but it's interesting, and it's real. It's very real. So, because I read it on the internet. So, like, I think this is technically fairly impressive, and I like the execution of it, and it feels pretty good. Like, for instance, like, look at that. The ball is not moving. When I was playing Pinball Quest, if I held the ball, it would keep kind of quivering or something. It would keep, like, moving a little bit. But I guess it makes sense because it's also alive, sort of. But in here, you can actually get the ball to rest, you know. Of course, it also has a trail, which I didn't notice before. But I have to say, like, I feel like Pinball Quest was slightly more engaging because I guess it felt like I was doing more with it. I was hitting, you know, creatures and gaining gold and, you know, interacting. So the drawback, I think, is that the tilt buttons are harder to, like, reach. Right? It's harder to just kind of, like, press them as you're playing. Resting the ball is Pinball 101. Yeah. It's a good question, Captain Algebra. What are you playing, Wes? Did you finish... By the way, Captain Algebra, I'm sorry I didn't get to your stream last night. Did you manage to finish Halo 2? Or Half-Life 2, rather? I know you were very close. I'm probably anxious to start a new game at this point. So I think this game has 6 stages as well. It'll be interesting to see if we ever hit another table. And I turned up the game audio on my TV, so let me know if it now sounds weird, because it's probably echoing. I know there's at least a little bit of asynchronicity. You finished it. Okay, cool. Fear. I've never heard of that. Super Mario 3D World. Oh, nice. Oh, no. We got you sick, huh? Welcome to my world. Welcome to my world. And it's worse when you're too sick to play a video game. Because in the olden days, getting sick meant I'd get to play a game or just watch TV or read. And lately, when I get sick, I don't want to do anything. Yay, we made it through the thing. Oh, it didn't take us anywhere. I thought that was going to take us someplace for sure. Okay. Because I thought there were like, are there 6 different tables? Or something? I don't know. I don't like that. I don't know. Is this the only table? Are there more tables in this game? Whoa! What? Wow! I didn't expect that. It like bounced out of there. It's an FPS where you're fighting a paranormal force. Okay. Hey Eduardo, this is one of your favorite pinball NES games. Cool. There's a pinball arcade version too, huh? Neat. Yeah, my first time. It's pretty cool. I think I'm not great at it, I guess, but I'm enjoying it. Are there more tables than just the one? Do you know? Oh, playing Gradius. Oh, you're doing a Gradius collection video. That's cool. Awesome. I saw T-Belly just finish Gradius the other day for the first time. I need to devote more time to beating shmups like that. It's just a matter of memorization. The main one I'm working on lately is Dragon Spirit, which I still like to finish. I know it's not really that hard as far as shmups go, but it still takes some memorization. But lately I've gotten back to Rise of Amandus, which is a homebrew NES game. There's a challenge this month on Video Game Sage. I enjoy the homebrew challenges a lot. Also, haven't had as much time to the game lately. I've been also just wanting to finish Ocarina of Time because I'm close to the end. So I haven't really been devoting a lot of time to any other games. I don't want to get in the middle of like another lengthy game. I've had some freelance editing and writing stuff to do lately, and I've been doing some volunteer work along the same lines that I need to carve some time out for. But mostly the problem is I can't really start doing anything until like my son goes to bed, like 9:30 or 10 o'clock. My cat, please don't walk on the computer. Oh, you distracted me this time, cat. That one's on you. This is just the Pinbot table. Really like Dragon Spirit, yeah. Oh, TurboGrafx 16. I'm gonna get the TurboGrafx 16 Mini, I think so. Oh, you're getting that one too, Wes? Cool. I didn't realize Gradius was on there for some reason. Yeah, that one's on you, cat. I guess technically the cat's on me, but come on, is this really comfortable for you? Really? I've also been watching, I've been not quite binging because I can't really binge TV shows anymore, but I've been working my way through Stranger Things finally for the first time. So I recently wrapped up season 2, and oh my gosh, wow, that looked weird. And I've been holding off on starting season 3 because season 2 ended at a pretty good place, And I didn't really want to get involved right away, but I've been thinking about watching it, so I may get to it soon. It's total fan service, but I think it's well done fan service. It's definitely hitting all the things that I like. See, okay, that was bad. Pluto. I like Pluto. I wonder how this looks if I have scan lines on. Probably terrible. My cat kept jumping onto my lap while capturing Gradius 5 footage. Had to kick her off a few times. Yeah, I could put her in the bathroom or something. Other thing I could do is I could let my dog out. My dog's in the office right now, but I can, which is kind of his room when I'm not working. And if I let him out, then the cats will not be around. At least this one won't be. She doesn't like hanging out when he's around. So, I could have him bouncing around all over the place, or I can have her, doing the same. So, she's not too distracted right now, but if I were editing, sometimes she tries to climb in my lap, like when the cats will try to climb in my lap when I'm writing, or when I'm like, working during the day, and that can be a little bit distracting. Especially when the dog comes in, because then the dog tries to, I guess he wants to play with them or something. I don't know what his intentions are. It doesn't seem like he ever wants to harm them, but they don't really like the attention. I guess I could have tried doing that. Did I ever see Cobra Kai? No, I haven't seen that yet. I need to. That's on Amazon, right? Or I think you have to pay for some of it, right? I don't think it's free. But I think the first season was free. I need to watch that. Maybe I'll try watching that one after Stranger Things. I mean, I'm behind on like pretty much anything. If any show that you've enjoyed that you think I would like, if you mention it, I haven't seen it yet. I haven't seen the last 2 seasons of Black Mirror probably, which I hear may be for the best. We haven't even finished really like Mad Men. I think we're still in the last season of Mad Men. We haven't finished West Wing either, but it's a bunch of different shows. I wasn't really watching a lot of TV for a while. I've been for a long time. I was on very much on a YouTube kick. I was watching a lot of streams and videos and things, and I'm still doing that, but trying to get a good balance of watching things with narrative and story, because I do enjoy those, and it's good to take in stuff like that, especially when I'm writing. So, Pinball Hell again. Yes, Disney Dame. Hello, welcome. It is the end of the world, and pinball is all that has survived, Disney Dame. If you hang out, I'm gonna die. I'm gonna finish this playthrough pretty soon, and then you can see the title screen, and I think you will be amazed. Whoops! You will not be amazed by that, because that was pretty sad. Yeah, that was bad. All right, so we're gonna. I don't even qualify for score there. I'm gonna let this go, and then it'll loop back around to the title screen. At least I think it will. Yep, here it comes. You should sit down for this, Disney Dame. Yeah. So like I said, I think this is good, but I don't know how it's not quite as engaging, I think, as Pinball Quest for some reason. Oh, So that is the Pinbot. Yep. How are you doing, Disney Dame? How is everyone doing? How's your week been going? Yeah, I haven't been able to get back to my Super Mario Galaxy 2 streams for a while. And again, it's because I've been choosing to do other things. It's really hard. Some nights I'll watch something and then I'll want to read or I want to play a game too, and I can't do all those things. I pretty much have to choose like the one thing I'm going to do that evening. But then I feel like there's all this other stuff that I didn't get to that I want to do, and then I try doing them anyway, and then I go to bed late, and then I'm tired the next day. All right, let's see if we can apply some strategy here. Anyone planning on seeing the Sonic the Hedgehog movie on Friday? I think my son might want to see it. He had been watching the original Sonic the Hedgehog cartoon, The Adventures of Sonic the Hedgehog, and then somehow he picked up on Sonic X on Netflix, which is really not good, but he's just gotten into Sonic lately, so I think he'll probably want to watch the movie. And that's fine. I don't mind taking him to see that. I don't think my wife has any interest in it, even though she's a bigger Sonic fan than I am, for sure. She actually owns the games and played them when she was younger. Oh. Just had rehearsal. And then, of course, I saw Birds of Prey last night. And that was fun. Or Harley Quinn and the Birds of Prey. Since they just changed the title to drum up business. There was a little girl in the theater, actually, with her family, and I was very surprised. And I was a little bit distracted, actually, for the first part of the film, because I knew this little girl was in the audience. Like, she has to have been like the Spud's age, or even younger, like 5 or 6. And she even could have been 4. Around that age, it's a little bit hard to judge sometimes. She was young, though. Like, she definitely probably shouldn't have been there. And it's up to parents, like what movies they want to bring their kids to, what they think they can handle. We've brought the Spud to some PG-13 movies that probably lots of other parents would think is not entirely appropriate for him. He's done very well in action movies and even movies with moderate language in them. But like Birds of Prey has just like F-bombs everywhere, and people's like heads exploding, and it's really violent. It'd be like taking the Spud to see like Deadpool or something, which we wouldn't do. And so I was just distracted because stuff would happen on screen. I'd be looking down at the family, like, is this really okay with you guys? Like, how's this little girl processing all this? And they did leave early, but really towards like after the half of the film was over, and it's probably more of like a timing thing or something. I don't think it was because by then, damn it, if there was any damage to be done, it was done already. But hey, the kid could be totally fine with it. I'm not really judging them. I was just surprised. And I'm not, even really a stickler for language around him. Although I do try to limit it as much as I can. Cora's not as good about that. But again, I don't think it's a big deal. He's not like repeating us too often. The Game Gear. Who's talking about the Game Gear? Play Game Gear in the dark. Yeah, for like 2 hours until the batteries run out. I've never had a Game Gear, so I'm just being snarky because I can be. Saw a really young kid at Dark Knight Rises screening back in 2012. Oh, Sonic. Oh, gotcha. Yeah. I'm drinking some adequate tea right now. Oh, I played it on the Game Gear. Cool. Cora's got a Game Gear in the basement. It may or may not work anymore. Watching The Simpsons while doing the dishes one day. My nephew was watching with me and Ancient Scratchy came on. Oh no. Oh no. Yeah, Spud, he retains things better than I would expect. Snickerdoodle dandy. But it's only 10:30. It feels like this has been going on for a while. Maybe not a good sign. Maybe not a good sign. But it's a good game to play while you're just chatting, I think. For sure. Although it's hard to take my eyes off the screen. Tons of sugar. Oh, okay, that's the name of the tea. Yeah, that's cool. I'll have to look into that one. I don't put sugar in my tea anymore generally. I was transformed by the Super Size Me film, like that documentary, because it like showed me that I was drinking way too much sugar. Because I used to put like several packets of sugar in my tea. I used to drink tea like 2 or 3 times a day, and all of that adds up. So I started to kind of wean myself off the sugar, and now I'm at the point where I don't need sugar in it at all. I drink iced tea without sugar. Sometimes if I want a little bit of sweet, if I want like a treat or something, I'll put some sugar in there. My mom, when she made tea for me, when she introduced me to tea, it was very heavily sugar. It was very sugary. My mom put a lot of sugar in stuff. Like she used to make Kool-Aid, and it would just be like full of sugar. And I never really knew that Kool-Aid could not be sweet. But she wouldn't let us drink soda, which is weird. And of course, we drank a lot of like orange juice and even like not orange juice, like Sunny Delight, and well, that was great. And that has a lot of sugar in it too, so it's kind of a weird thing. But we couldn't drink soda when we were kids. And I don't put sugar in coffee unless it's bad coffee. If it's like diner coffee or rest stop coffee, I'll put sugar in it a lot of the time. Like, I don't know how you progress in this game. I guess you just keep getting a high score. The manual said something about 6 levels, though, so I don't know what that means. I do think this is very well programmed, though. It's pretty cool. Hey, Omega Ace, welcome. What's for dinner tonight? I have a question for anyone who's purchased retro games from GameStop online, as I was given a gift card. Never spend money at GameStop. The PS2 games. The games displayed just show the discs, and this is not guaranteed to have case or artwork. Their disc-based games often will not have any cases for them. There you go, Omega Ace, just for you. Just in time, rather. I think the older the game system, the less likely it'll be to have a case, although occasionally a case will come. I would never go into it expecting a case. And some of those older games also might be scratched, like, I don't know. The thing that surprised me, though, was their more recent games, like their Wii U games. I think I've ordered a few from them, like a handful of them, and they've all had cases, and even some of them had still the inserts in them. So that was completely shocking to me. It was weird because I bought a couple of Wii U games in the store, and they because they had like when they're buy one get one free or buy one get one half off sales or whatever. So I bought a couple games, and then I finally tried to try them. This was like a month or so later. I tried them and they didn't work, and I couldn't figure out why they didn't work. So I'll admit it, I ordered 2 more on the GameStop's website, and those worked, and they had nice cases and everything. The ones from the store had the cases too, but the ones that worked in the store were fine, and I just swapped the discs and brought the original ones back to the GameStop. So, I just kind of know the truth about Super Size Me, I think, but I think the facts that they share about like sugar intake and all that are still valid. Steak quesadilla is nice. Yeah, so the Wii U games, and they sometimes have like good. They had some okay deals on there. Like I got Twilight Princess. Well, that was kind of expensive actually. The Twilight Princess HD was kind of expensive, but I decided to pick it up before it got any more expensive. And especially if you wait until they have a sale, check the expiration on your coupon. And I have to admit, I've also had trouble using some GameStop credits online, some of those coupons and things. So hopefully it'll work out for you, but I've had problems with them in the past. GameStop is like, their site is terrible. The site has gotten worse. You can't even filter now to see what's actually in stock anymore. So I don't really buy a lot on the GameStop site anymore. I bought a lot of NES games from them early on because some of their prices were well below what they were going for, and then on top of that, I was able to stack like my membership and the CAG 16 code that they used to have. So I used to get like 25% off the games, and then you would get free shipping. So a lot of them ended up being very affordable, and you could search them by whether they were in stock or not. And then on top of that, I discovered that they seem to get their biggest influx of stock on like Tuesday night, Wednesday. So I would start checking every Tuesday night or Wednesday to see like what new NES games had come in, because they would have some of the higher priced ones, and they would sell pretty fast a lot of the time. So I had it down to like pretty good science, and I got a bunch of good games there. That's where I got my Metal Storm from. For like, they listed it for like 90, I think, and I got it for 75, maybe something like that, which is a lot. I mean, that's, oh hey, there is a new table. Yes, and there's 2 balls in play. I'm not sure how I triggered a second table. Oh, this is cool. Okay, now it's getting exciting. Oh, darn it. That was cool though. Yeah, that's the most I'll ever pay for an NES game, like an old game. But I really wanted Metal Storm, and this was well before they announced that repro. There's the thing moving around on the board. All right, this is pretty cool. It's nice that we got to a second board. So I think there might be 6 of these. Oh no! Oh, phew. But I have a couple coupons myself, actually, that I need to use up. I got a $5 off a new game coupon because they just switched over their membership thing, and I have like 1 month left in my membership. I think it expires this month, and I'm not renewing. And I've got, and I claimed one of my rewards to get $5 off a retro game. So that's not good. You just ate my ball. Oh, harsh. Wow, look at that score. All right, let me catch up on the chat here. Can I scroll back up? What's going on here? Anything that helped in the spur, like health-wise, was because he was literally pickling his liver. Yikes. Your sugars are going to be wackadoo if you're drinking a whole liquor store every day. Oh my gosh. Wow, okay. That's how I got the second table. I did good. Awesome. Kept the cart for this game for the art alone. It's pretty neat. Yeah, the way the bottom third of the board is frozen is interesting. They keep the flippers on screen, as opposed to like when I was playing Pinball Quest, you had to move the flippers up. I like this approach better. Yeah, that cloud thing just ate my ball and spit it out. Need to spend $6 more to get free shipping. Yeah, that's how they get you. It used to be free shipping all the time, or you could put in a coupon. Like over the last 3 or 4 years, I guess even really the last 3 years, they've just gotten really like crappy. Like when I first got, it was great when I first got back into the retro gaming stuff because I got a bunch of games from them, and for not a huge amount of money. Like I got, I think I got like Nightmare on Elm Street or on NES for like $25 or something like that. It's going for like 35 or 40 now. I got a bunch of higher priced games from them, so I kind of picked off all the high, like mid-range, like high-level games that I wanted from them. They never really had anything that was over $100 anyway, and I didn't want those or didn't need them. So I think I got pretty much everything I need from them. But every now and then I take a look, see what Game Boy games they have. It's just you can't tell what they have in stock anymore. So I have a coupon, and I think I might pick up Sparklight for the Switch. Has anybody played that? Oh, that was sad. For whatever reason, GameStop has a sale on Sparklight right now, so it's only $15, and it's like $25 everywhere else. And then I have a $5 coupon for either the new game or the used game, so I'm probably going to pick it up. It looks really cool. It looks like a Legend of Zelda game with some like roguelike. That's still not even a top score. Some like roguelike qualities. Wait, Nightmare on Elm Street, $60? Jeez. Well, maybe I got it for like 30 then, but I think it was more like 25. Well, Disney Dame, that's kind of sad. Again, though, I think that pointing out how much sugar is in like a liter of soda is probably still, valid. And then I heard about, the second Super Size Me. All right, I guess we'll play this a little bit more. And then maybe I'll take a request or something, because I don't know how much longer I'm going to play, but I might play for like a little while longer. Maybe 11:30 tonight? I could do that. So somebody who knows pinball, can you explain to me what is really the best usage of the shaking the table thing, the tilting? Or rocking it, or whatever people call it. Like, what is it that would actually help me with? Like, if the ball gets jammed someplace, or if it's like teetering in between two different options, am I supposed to do that? It's really interesting when the ball gets up to the right-hand side up there. You can see like a little flicker on the right-hand side of the table. And, that's got to be part of the coding. Sequel got yanked, yeah. Divide losing a ball down a hole. Oh, okay, down a hole. Okay. Gotcha. Whoa, okay. Oh, no. Yeah. Tweak the trajectory. This is a bad run. It's also interesting how it seems like they've tried to recreate, like, say, the writing on the board, on the machine, but rather than, you can't read it obviously because it's just pixelated mess, but they still put it on there just so that you know. So I guess it's faithful to the actual machine, right? Like, I can't read what that says. It's like an arrow and some like random pixels. You made kanji. Huh. Yeah, I've never really gotten into the kanji thing. I didn't realize at first that you're supposed to like mix stuff into it, but otherwise I like porridge-like things. Oh, man, okay. Not doing great here. It's like they took a high-res scan of the actual board and put a pixel art filter on it. It's true. The color scheme on this one reminds me of like old school computer games. It's kind of like we're playing inside of a transformer. But this board, this pinball machine, doesn't look anything like that woman on the title screen, so I don't know what that's all about. I bet you there's fan fiction about that pinball robot. Why didn't Nintendo do a Worlds of Power for Pinbot? It'd be like Weird Science, but with like a pinball machine. Practically writes itself. She's the boss level. Oh, she's the boss, alright. Yeah, see, I'm still not over this cold. I don't know what's going on. I'm sure the wacky weather we've been having isn't helping at all. It's like being trapped inside of a sexy transformer. Yeah, this is fascinating. I might just pop this into like my little portable NES sometime and just like leave it there. It's like it'd be fun to just fire this up, you know, once in a while. Of course, I have a Switch. I need to stop buying Switch games, but they're so cheap. I'm gonna play them eventually, right? Right? Write down my ideas, right? You found one. Oh no. Well, alright, there's a really cool retro store near me called Black and Red that has retro everything. I went in there looking for World of Power books a few weeks ago. No luck. It's a Homestuck fic, but Pinbot is in it. I've been picking up some of the World of Power books, Wes. I pretty much picked up, because if you go on abe.com, it used to be called the Advanced Book Exchange, but now it's just ABE. Amazon bought it. It's just like a used online book like website, and it is where a bunch of like independent bookstores just list their used books for sale. So you're actually still buying from independent stores. It's just a way for them to reach their buyers. And I bought like all the World of Power books that are reasonably priced, so from like $3 to like $10 or something like that. So I picked up I have like 4 or 5 of them, and then the other ones are either really expensive or they don't show up that often, or or just I can't find them. So I picked up like, especially I think I may have only read the Castlevania one when I was a kid, but it left a big mark on me. Like I remember it really fondly. And I got the Metal Gear 1 and Ninja Gaiden, and I forget what the other ones were, but I picked up a bunch of them too. I've also been on like a Worlds of Power kick lately. So abe.com, Advanced Book Exchange. It's abe.com. I forget how much I paid for the Metal Gear 1. I want to say it was like $6 or $7 or something like that. I think they might be in my office, or I would go grab them because they might be over here. Hold on one second. Let me see if I have them over here. Excuse me, cat. I think they might be nearby. Yeah, okay. So, yeah, they were in my office, but I grabbed them. So I got got the Ninja Gaiden one, which is cool. I don't have the prices on here. I don't know. I got the Castlevania 2 Simon's Quest. Oh, maybe I didn't get the Metal Gear one. That one was was one of the expensive ones, I think. Blaster Master. Wizards and Warriors. And then I got Bionic Commando. So I picked these up recently, and I want to get more. But the Metal Gear one, I think, is probably expensive. And I know you can get some of these online. I think you can download them. There's like a website that has like some of the PDFs. But I'll see if I can find a link for it later, Wes. I'll send it to you. It's called Worlds of Power. You can look up some of them, I think, by looking up the listed author is FX9, F.X.9. I think that's a pseudonym. And Metal Gear was coming up. It was like, I remember Metal Gear came up under like a weird listing for some reason. But yeah, I want to read through these, and I'm sure they're terrible, but I think they'll be fun. You killed my father! Welcome, Ninja, said a voice. I'm glad you're here. I've been starved for victims. Ryu turned around. The creature that he saw was half human, half machine. Its chest muscles seemed sculpted out of metal. It held a sword in its right hand. In its left, it wielded a heavy shield that displayed the letter J. I know who you are, said Ryu. All of his ninja training had led him to this moment. You killed my father! Yeah. You also want these? They're in okay condition. They're, like, not terrible. The Bionic Commando cover is a little bent, you know, which isn't great. I think that's the worst shape of all of them. The other ones are in pretty good shape. That one was, I was disappointed to see that one was messed up. But it's also funny because they, like, take their guns out. They take the weapons out of their hands. It's kind of cute. Whips are okay. It's okay to hold a whip. How do I make money for writing stuff like that? Yeah, right. So I really want to read. I thought about reading World of Power on YouTube. I think it's still technically illegal, but I don't know. I want to write sort of modern World of Power stories or books for like modern games. So imagine a World of Power for like The Messenger, for instance. Although the guy who made The Messenger, like, he's a great writer, so he'd probably want to write it himself. And then I was thinking that it would be cool to have like an anthology of like Worlds of Power type stories for like independent games. So you can have The Messenger, you can have a Shovel Knight story, you can have different stories from different authors based on games or tied into the games. But I don't know how to make that happen. I'd love to do it though. It's a deleted scene of Loki being locked in a porta potty. Oh my god. Yeah. But I definitely want to pick up some more of these, Wes. If I do a dramatic reading, I could argue it's transformative and allowed. Probably I could, you know, as long as nobody does a copyright strike on me, right? I've seen people reading stuff online all the time. Somebody read, actually several somebodies read Ruby After the Fall, you know, my last book, online. They did dramatic readings and commentary and criticism. And yes, I watched some of it, and I was amused, flattered and amused. Because, boy, you haven't lived until you've seen somebody read your work online and then critique it. Especially when they say they can write better than you. So that's awesome. But like, that's not legal. Like, you're not supposed to read other, like, I don't care. Like, you know, it's not my copyright that was infringed upon, and, you know, arguably it gets people to maybe read your work or at least be aware of it. So, you know, go for it. But as an author, I'd probably have a hard time justifying doing the same. I am under your control? I don't know what he just said here. Yacht Club games seem pretty open about working with people on projects. Yeah. Interesting. You know, what I was thinking would be interesting would be to approach a publisher or something like Fangamer and see if they'd be interested in publishing something like that. And then kind of coming up with like a dream list of the like the IPs that you'd want to work in. Like you'd want a Celeste story in there, right? Maybe I'll look into that. I don't know how profitable it would be, you know. Hey, Bogus Meat Factory, welcome. We're doing pretty well. I'm doing pretty well. Yeah. Well, I'll think about that, Omega. I feel like, yeah, reaching out to a publisher is probably the best option first to see what interest there might be in it. The cool thing about like the Messenger is you could have multiple Messenger stories because they're all like different iterations of the Messenger. And I'm sure there's fan fiction out there. You know, it's not quite the same thing though. Your argument is after the fall is publicly available to buy, World of Power is out of print. Yes, that's true. That's very true. I agree. I could try it and see what happens. Try one of these and see if anybody's interested. I know there's a website I started following that I think they archive old books, like out of print books, which, you know, again, like they just released like a PDF of like the Ghostbusters 2 novelization. Now that book is out of print. I'm sure I don't know if it'll ever be reprinted, but somebody does own that IP, you know. So the legality of that is tricky. I mean, so out of print doesn't even mean like the copyright is unavailable. I mean, there's like all sorts of books that are still, you know, not in the public domain that are not fair game. So unfortunately, the copyright law in the U.S. is pretty messed up. And I say this as an author who theoretically the copyright is supposed to be protecting, but I think it's a little limiting. Oh, cat's back on my arm. Oh, whoa, there we go. How are you doing, Bogus? How's the kid? Feeling better, I hope. And I know you've got a lot going on these days, so thanks for dropping in. Publicity is good. Yeah, most publicity is good. Copyright law is designed only to protect the Walt Disney Company. I was explaining that to my boss the other day when we were talking about the difference between copyright and Creative Commons. Oh, good. I'm really glad to hear that, Bogus. And I hope that's just the first of many good days to come for all of you. All right. Yeah, my throat is... this is why I haven't been streaming, because I kind of knew this was going to happen to my voice. I think it was because of the dramatic reading of Ninja Gaiden. Do I think Infinity War is better than Endgame or vice versa? You know, I think Infinity War was better, or at least I enjoyed it more, because it was really... I don't know, there's a lot... It's kind of almost like the first... It's like kind of like this is like the first time I've encountered this story or whatever. By the time you get to Endgame, you already sort of have expectations. You kind of know, kind of have ideas about how it's going to go. And I did enjoy Endgame. I haven't actually seen it again since I saw it in the theaters, though. So, but yeah, I think overall Infinity War, because of the sort of the freshness factor of it. Yeah. How's Pinbot treating me? Pretty well, I think. Have you played this before? Because I've been showing this to everyone. When this game is over, you can see the title screen, and you can. I'll introduce you to Pinbot. We did get to a second table on this, which was probably about as far as we're going to get tonight. See, now Wes is going to get me looking for more Worlds of Power books online. I'm going to want to buy more of them. There were a couple of them, like the Mega Man 2 one was kind of more of like a middle grade, sort of like juvenile version of the World of Power, apparently. And then they also had one based off of like baseball stars, I think. Oops. Ugh, that didn't go well. Oh, you've played the original Pinbot as well as Bride of Pinbot. Interesting. Yeah, well, from what I heard, this is a pretty good rendition of the physical table. All right, so let me do this, and then if you haven't seen the title screen of this yet, you're in for a treat. I need to play more physical pinball machines. Here it is. Bam. I don't know. Base is loaded. That's right, Wes. That pinball doesn't get more physical than that. Alright, I'll do one more run of this. What a crazy title screen. I'll do one more run of this, and then I may call it an evening because I think my voice is starting to fail me. I think my voice is telling me I should go watch Stranger Things. Whoa, oh, ah. So that's probably something I could have tried to tilt it and it might have helped. Alright. Your search for more Pinbot fiction has failed. Huh. Well, write the stories that you want to see in the world. Sorry, guys. So next week we will be playing, I believe we're playing Power Blade. We're out of the pinballs. Wait, is that right? No, wait, hold on. No, we're playing not Power Blade yet. It's probably in the description, right? Found some copies of Bionic Commando. Rough shape, huh? Oh, they're all rough? Yeah, this one's the worst. This one's in the worst shape. Oh, somebody also wrote in it. Joshua D. Mammers. Unless he's the secret author of this book. Joshua D. Mammers defaced my copy of Bionic Commando. Wait a minute. Hold on a second. Alright, Worlds of Power, Bionic Commando, novel based on the best-selling game by Capcom. Okay, so story created by Capcom. Great. An Eric Leanwand, a Seth Godin production. This book is not authorized, sponsored, or endorsed by Nintendo of America. Okay. Oh, it's interesting, too, because I forgot these are Scholastic Books, which is my current publisher. So they also had, oh, right, there's Before Shadowgate. I want to get that. There's Before Shadowgate, Infiltrator, which I've never played. Metal Gear, I want to get those. Platoon, yes, thank you, Disney Dame. That's the next one. $20. Yeah, $20 is probably a little bit more than I'm willing to pay for World of Power Metal Gear. Unless I can find something on eBay, but on eBay they tend to sell for even more, unfortunately. Oh. Here's your free World of Power training card. Gone. It's gone. Gone with the tips that were in it. Hey, there's a game hint here. Use the three-way gun from stage 9 to get through stage 7. Thanks. Yeah, they airbrushed the gun out of Snake's hand. Yeah, this is cool. I forgot that these had like tips in them. No card, refund. Refund. Okay. $20. I mean, $20 for a paperback. Especially a used paperback. I don't know. I guess I've paid more for books. If it comes down to like completing a collection or something, maybe I'll grab it. But I should check that website to see if they have that PDF of it. It wouldn't be a Nintendo cross promotional racket if there weren't game tips in it. That's true. Well said. All right, I didn't even qualify there. All right, what to do? What to do? Yeah, my voice is fading. Let's see, anything else fun in these things? This one's not autographed. This Wizards and Warriors is in great shape. This one never had a trading card in it, as far as I can tell. So they might have stopped at some point. Right, Junior Worlds of Power, Mega Man 2. See, the list price of these books is $2.95. And Infiltrator came out in March 1991 before Shadowgate came out in May 1991. There's an order form on the back, which is neat. Yeah, you gotta start your collection somewhere, right? So like Ninja Gaiden is so they are numbered. Worlds of Power number 1 is Blaster Master, number 3 is Ninja Gaiden, and number 4 is Castlevania 2, and 5 is Wizards and Warriors. I also picked up this book just because I heard it referenced in a podcast and I was curious about it. It's called Mastering Pac-Man, which is one of those old school things, and it's kind of neat because they have like they've got these tables, you know, that show you the patterns that you can follow to get through the game. And somebody drew in this one, but it's kind of neat. And they were just, you know, this podcast was talking about Ken Houston, the author of this book, and they talked to his daughter a little bit about, you know, what it was like when he was writing these things. So I picked it up. This is the only thing I buy more of than games is books that I may or may not end up reading. So, oh look, I have a high score on the first screen there. That's pretty cool. Look at that. Yeah, pretty neat, guys. All right. All right, I think I'm gonna call it there tonight, just because my throat is. It doesn't hurt. It's just hard to talk now. And I think we've played all the pinball we're gonna play for one night. But I think I had a good time. I hope you guys did too. I don't know if I'll stream again later this week. I might. I'm not really committing to it one or the other, depending on what I've got going on. If I do, I might play some Super Mario Galaxy 2 on Friday. I've got a bunch of games I want to play. I want to play more homebrew games. I've got all these Switch games. I've got a bunch of things. But until I finish Ocarina of Time, I'm not committing to anything longer. And, you know, I've been just trying to balance my time and get a good mix of things to do, you know. Yeah, I'll rest my voice. I'm going to go drink some water and take it easy. Thank you, Omega Ace. Thank you, everyone, for coming by. Disney Damon, Bogus, and Wes. It was good to see you. And Adam, Captain Algebra, if you're still around. DJ Rudin. Just thanks for coming by. I appreciate it. And I will see you guys next week for Platoon. I've never played that. I don't even really know why I picked it up. I think I heard okay things. Maybe I saw Megadan playing it. I don't know. But and Platoon is next week. I might stream again on Friday night. Although everyone's going to be going to see Sonic the Hedgehog probably, or we're going out, I suppose. We'll see. All right. Thank you. Take care, everyone. Good night, okay? Take it easy and enjoy the rest of the week.